Bonjour and bienvenue from New Orleans. This is Mikel. You probably can't see me in the shadows here, but it's so hot today. I am here from St. Patrick's Cemetery going live, doing a tarot read for you guys. I'm going to do all signs based off of the elements, okay? And what we're going to be doing here basically is we're going to be setting new moon, not just new moon, but these eclipse intentions, okay? So we've got the new moon happening on the 11th. What we're going to do is we're going to pull some cards for the signs and help you guys set your intentions, okay? So you can just be focused and know what you want to try to manifest and draw into your life at this time, or maybe even repel, okay? I'm not going to be doing things based off of astrology per se, because I'm not an astrologer. I'm going to be doing things based off of the tarot and off of my own other little tricks and schemes, okay? So let's get this thing started. Let's get this thing started right here, okay? This is like my clandestine tarot reading in the cemetery. Now, I like this spot. This is the first time I've done this. I'm going to end up doing this a lot. I like this spot, but it's so like hot and cold today. I'm going to end up probably changing it a little bit. Okay. So I think we're doing something like this. Yeah, we can do this. Okay. And I think you should be able to see the cards. I'm hoping, if you've got good light. Yeah. Boom. Okay, so you don't have to see me. We can pay attention to the cards, so it's going to be great. Okay. All right, here we go. So now, the Dark Scorpionic Mikel is going to do some tarot for you. Here we go. All right, guys, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. My name is Mikel. You guys can call me Lucky if you like. I'm lucky every day. All right. I want you guys to like, share, subscribe. Don't just like me, baby. Love me. Okay. I want you to destroy the like button. If you guys want a private read, hit me up. Information is below. My rates are below. Okay, they probably will be going up. We'll probably be doing some tarot classes at some of the local coffee shops here. Also, let me know if you guys are interested in any kind of particular tarot lessons, anything based out of Kabbalah, Hoodoo, Voodoo, you know, those kind of esoteric, mystical schools. Here we go. Okay, so let's set some intentions now. We're going to start with Earth. I always like to start with Earth because it's at the bottom and work our way from the bottom to the top. Okay, we're going to start with Earth signs. Okay, we're going to see how we can set some intentions here for Earth signs. The first Earth sign I'm about to call here is going to be Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. See how we can set some intentions for Capricorns right here. Okay, Capricorn, you came up as yourself. You came up as the devil here reversed, okay? So you want to be as for your own liberation, okay? From your own freedom from bondage and things that maybe have been holding you back and things that have been persecuting you, basically. This is a time for you to try to focus on liberating yourself from old habits and old stagnant ways of being, where ultimately it's just going to open up doors for you to reach a greater sense of success, okay? After that, we've got the Judgment card, okay? So with the position of the Devil card and the Judgment card here, what I'm really considering is that you guys are basically the things that you're going to break off now, you're going to have the opportunity to not only break off like bad habits, but you might be able to break off traditional old karmic issues and karmic habits and things like that that may have plagued you for years and years and years. Okay. All right. You are going to have the opportunity to set yourself with really like a lot of new karma. Okay. So what's important is to just liberate yourself mentally, emotionally, and there's a level here of repentance, okay, of really reflecting on the things that you have done different, that you could have done differently, and regrets maybe that you have had, and how you can start to shape those in the future. Also here, setting intention of releasing, like this could be release of actual physical, tangible things that you have that no longer are part of your program, that have just become dead weights and things that are dragging you down. Okay. So with this new moon eclipse happening here, you basically are going to have the chance to set yourself up on to be free. Okay, so you just have to like accept your own level of personal freedom coming up here. And like, how can I be free from the physical, the karmic, and in personal things that continue to hold you back, and that you've seen patterns with, things that you have seen as consistent pattern. Like, this is a problem for me. This is an opportunity for you to address those problems, tackle them head on, knock them out of the park. Okay, that's for Capricorn. Let's move on to Taurus. I like Taurus. I got some good Taurus friends. I got some Capricorn enemies. Yeah, and I'm gonna kick their asses too, so watch out, Capricorns. Lions eat goats, bitches. Okay, that's what I say. All right, here we go. Let's go to Taurus. Let's see some intentions for Taurus here. I just want to thank all the spirits here. I just want to thank all the Egun and Egungun, spirits known and unknown. I appreciate this space and letting me be here and do these readings for people. I'm just in this one. So I'm really thankful for you guys also watching. I'm thankful for the spirits involved. I'm thankful for being able to offer you this these readings here in tarot, and talk to you about some things that are near and dear and passionate, that I'm passionate about. Okay, so my passions, that's what I'm trying to say. Hitting up on Taurus. Okay, Taurus, you are setting intentions basically of well, first of all, you're trying to come out of conflict and some issues. Taurus, you've got to be setting some intentions of really kind of like doing some house cleaning, okay, some organization. This is really like getting your some of your this could actually be with the job, this could be with business, this could be with your house, this could be with some kind of physical properties that you own and you manage and you maintain and interact with. That this stuff needs to actually start getting cleaned up and tightened up and organized. Okay, you've got a lot of organization to do, and you've got to set the intentions to be setting up systems that are organized and functional for your ultimate long-term success. Okay, we're not just thinking about right now and like, am I comfortable in my home right now, and am I comfortable with certain conditions right now? You want to position yourself so that you can launch yourself into the future, okay, and be fully stable, okay? This is a time for you to make plans. This is a time for you to stand on your own, looking at your own resources and your own ability to contribute to your own future, okay? There may be other people's money involved here, but Taurus, you've got to consider, what is it that you can provide and produce, okay, for your own sphere and your own world? And like, how are you a smaller member of a bigger community of things going on, okay? And how can you keep your own game tight? And how can you have your, even if you don't have the whole castle, how do you keep your corner of the castle in shape and put together? You want to really be making plans for yourself. Once you're able to start putting these things in place, you're going to really start to see the resources that are actually embedded in around you, and things that you're going to be able to like capitalize on, things that you may be able to liquidate, things that you may be able to rework somehow in order to you may be able to kind of like reconfigure things into something that's more profitable, and taking this and this and this and this and putting it together. I'm thinking like a recipe of some kind, or some kind of formula where, you're able to make something larger out of the sum of its parts, if that makes sense. Okay. So that's what I would hope for you right now, is that you guys really focus on, you focus on yourselves, and you focus on getting your own physical material world together, and getting, your game type, because what you can it's all about the things being greater than the sum of their parts. Okay, so how can you enhance whatever these larger things that you're involved with? How can you enhance them? By making sure that some of your own personal parts and your own personal contributions are in shape and in order. Okay, so now we're going to head on to Virgo. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for just living and existing. I know it's been difficult. I know I've been like, I started and stopped. I'm not trying to be a flash in the pan here on YouTube. I've got a lot of big ambitions, and this page is going to end up being rebranded and rejiggered and all this stuff. But I was able to survive this eclipse season. Okay, so I'm a Scorpio rising. I am a Leo sun. So my birthday was 2 days ago. Thank you very much. And I am a Cancer moon. Okay, so I've got the sun and I've got the moon, okay, as my sun and moon planets. Okay, I'm also a Scorpio, which is obviously going to make me very deep and occult and all the Scorpionic in general as a rising. So I am hit by these eclipses in a major way, okay? And the fact that I am a Leo with a Leo eclipse, and the fact that, these other eclipses that have happened in Cancer, and the things that happen in the January super psychedelic eclipse, January 31st, those things have hit me. They've changed my entire life. I've thrown me thousands and thousands of miles off of my of what I thought I was going to be doing right now. So here I am in New Orleans, sitting here with you guys. So, all right, here we go, Virgo. I just appreciate you guys, and let's see what we got for Virgo. Virgo setting intentions in this eclipse season for this August 11th eclipse. I should probably put that in the title. August 11 eclipse, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, you've got a great transformation coming up here. Okay, well, you're definitely coming from you're coming from transformation. You're coming out of something almost that you've kind of been surviving. Okay, there's a certain element of you surviving death, I would say, or you surviving a major transformation that has come up in this last season. Okay, and as you set your intentions now, this is what you want. You want utter, total transformation, Virgo. You want to be focused on transformation. You want to be focused on what can you let go and put down, and what can die and never come back again, okay? Because you are the one, Virgo, who needs to resurrect, okay? It's the Virgo who needs to resurrect and come up out of, and just be reborn, okay? There's a certain rebirth here. As we see here is this young page that comes up, okay? This young page of wands. So right now, Virgo, you've got this moment. You have an opportunity for a Phoenix rising moment here, okay? You've got a Phoenix rising moment. You've got a moment to come out and be fresh and new and fiery and in love and in magnetic and glamorous and glorious, and this is done on your terms, okay? This is all done on your terms as a Virgo. Coming here to the future, Virgo, you want to set intentions for... this is similar to what I was saying about the Taurus having their ducks in a row and getting their things, getting their details together. The difference with this about this is also in a way about getting material things together, but this one is more I'm feeling is more health based also. Okay, is that Virgo? You really want to get your health together. You really want to make sure that your physical body, mind, spirit, and all these different parts of yourself are healed and whole and feeling worthy, okay? Because what you're doing is you're coming out of a tomb, okay? Like you're coming out of a tomb. Virgo, come on down, okay? Virgo, you've got a chance to come back, okay, and jump back into the game. So what you've got to do is actually have a game plan, okay? You actually have to understand the game. You have to come back and be willing to play the game and play the game to win, Okay, Virgo, I would definitely set intentions for your own personal health, also, and your own personal, I want to say ludus. This is a Greek word. It means it's just the frivolity and love and flirtatious kind of quality out in the world, a joie de vivre. And you want to have that kind of energy and that vibe about yourself, and see how you can have a personal renewal, okay, and almost like a personal party, okay. But you want to be surrounded with healthy food. You want to be surrounded with healthy people and healthy situations. There's this element of healing and self-care that I feel for Virgo. And I think that also, some of you who are doing herbal magic, candle magic, hedge witch type vibe. Some of you may be interested in starting to begin some new scorpionic pursuits, such as occultism, astrology, herbalism, tarot, things like that. This is a great time for you to set those intentions of bringing what is deep in you out and letting it bloom. The things that are in you and that you see and that you hide and that are, that you try to keep in their place, let it grow and let it be wild. Okay. There's a certain, the prim proper kind of, there's some Leo. You really need to kind of like find your inner Leo. Yeah. You really need to find your inner Leo, Virgo. You really need to find that inner inflamed power, that glorious sun that's inside of you, that gem, that pearl that you want to bring out and share with the world. And know that it's unique and know that it's valuable. Okay, so that was Earth signs. Here we are again. Like I said, we're sitting here at St. Patrick's Cemetery. This is like an incredibly beautiful place. I want to give shout out to the Christian witch who's here in New Orleans somewhere. I'm trying to manifest you, Christian witch, Christian witch, Christian witch. Come to me. Valerie Love, I'm such a fan of yours. Yeah. And there's this woman, she's called Christian Witch. Her name is Valerie Love. She does like really phenomenal videos. She's been doing it for a long, long time. And I remember when, my own personal conflict with my, Judeo-Christian upbringing and perspective on things, mixing with my natural intuition and, magical abilities that manifest, and, and how do I reconcile these things, like, my affinity for tarot and other kind of like esoteric subjects. How do I reconcile that? And with the traditional, the traditional Western Christianity, American Christianity. And, I really appreciate Valerie Love because, you guys got to check her out. She was just her energy, her ability to just literally raise the energy right before your eyes is quite magical. And just her perspective on how the integration of someone's biblical faith with their occult practice and how that really can be integrated well and to in a way that's extremely healing for the self and for the people around. So I really appreciate Valerie Love. I hope I run into her soon. Okay. All right, here we go. So that was Earth. Now we're going to move up to water, something a little less dense, but very grounded, very much attached to gravity. And so let's move here and let's go on to water before the rain comes. Here we are in New Orleans, St. Patrick's Cemetery. Like, share, subscribe. Okay. Destroy the like button. Okay. And you can ring the bell, guys. If you want to find out when I'm doing these readings, I do lots of free readings. I'm going to be more consistent. I promise. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Hitting up water. We're hitting up Cancer. Okay. Boom. Cancer at the Cancer. Okay. All right. So Cancer, you are coming up to set the intention of really okay. This is a little bit twofold. This is like a little bit of you coming out of your shell, but you've got to come out of your shell and be like such a sweet, professional, nice guy or person that it's going to be like, let me put it this way. You need to have a certain royal cunning, okay? A certain regal superiority that is not crass and not gross, but that is regal. And and sublime and peaceful and you know, authoritarian, but contained. Okay, you don't want to be splashing all out of the place, Cancer. Okay, like we like to do. So your first card here is the Ace of Wands. Okay, so what we've got with this is that we see a great opportunity, a great magic wand, a great torch, a great stick of power, a baton. Okay. All right, a mighty stick like Moses. All right, and then that's this great power is coming to you. This great beginning of power and the opportunity to step and to seize power. Okay, is coming to Cancer. You've got to also consider, how can you differentiate yourself from the norm? How are you negotiating with others, and what are the details of the negotiation that are inflexible for you? Okay, if you're coming up here with the opportunity of power, you've got to hear those bells. You've got to really think about, what do you want? What do you want to manifest? What is your will? Okay, different from the mainstream, different from everyone else's, different from, oh, I want to take care of my family. I think that's important, you know, but your intention cannot be, how can I take care of someone else? The Cancer intention needs to be set on, how can Cancer take care of Cancer? How can you mother yourself? How can you father yourself? How can yourself and give to yourself and love yourself even more, okay? More truly and purely, because you are just as worthy as all of this, you know, to receive this altruistic energy that you try to put out onto others, and you try to give and provide and cook and shelter and these other kind of maternal things. But no, you need a healthy sense of selfishness, Cancers, so that you are able to move on to this position here, okay? And what I'm seeing here is that this is that powerful king that I said. You are going to step into power, especially when I'm seeing here with the Chariot. Now, when I'm seeing this reverse here, this is now bringing me to a more feminized energy, I'm going to say. So that is bringing me back to the Queen of Wands. And now this is also going to say a more, demure is really where I'm going to try to get to, is demure. You want to be more demure, a bit, you know, you kind of want to be like the Queen of Pentacles, you know, is that you want to be demure. You have to know, you have to be still and know, Cancer, that you've got the power, you've got authority. Okay, that things are going to come through, and that you, Cancer, are going to come through. You are going to come through for yourself. You are going to come through for your intentions. You are going to come through for your own future and for your own prosperity and your own salvation. You are going to come through for yourself, okay? You are going to, somehow out of nowhere, you've got miracles around you, where things that seemed as if they were sour and dour, you are going to be able to somehow transform them, and that they're just going to twist their shape somehow. And you're going to say, like, whoa, this is actually quite the miracle. This is actually quite beneficial. This is quite miraculous. What you need to do is not be too fired. Don't be too like, oh, I'm so all this. Be still, be quiet, and know. Just know and relax. You don't have to prove it to anyone. You have nothing to prove to anyone. Okay, so that's what I would do, is set your intention towards that. I definitely just see opportunity around Cancer. Okay, opportunity of growth, opportunity of personal liberation, opportunity of them just recalibrating their view and their perspective to actually just be focused on their own success. You know, I see a lot of success coming for Cancer, but it has to be, it's like humble pie and caviar at the same time, okay? So however that speaks to you, okay, just keep that in mind. You know, it's like a certain amount of humility that's going to be required for you to fully receive and walk in this, and for you to be as effective as you want to be. This is not time to burn bridges. This is not time to burn bridges unless there's a villain in your midst. Unless there's someone, if there's a villain, you need to burn that bridge. You need to destroy them, okay? But diplomacy has to be your first tactic, Cancer, okay? Diplomacy has to be the first thing that you go for versus just destruction, okay? All right, and demonization and damnation of anyone else, and you know, things like that, bullying, things like, you don't want any of that, okay? All right, so now let's move on to some more water signs. Just go on to Pisces. Pisces. You guys like, share, subscribe. I'm chilling here at St. Patrick's Cemetery on a slightly overcast day. It's probably going to rain in a bit. I see like a massive cloud waiting to descend to drop its little seeds of love. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys can see me well. I hope my new data connection is working out. You guys like, share, subscribe. Thank you for your support. You guys want a private reading, hit me up in the info below. Let me keep going. All right, here we go. Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Oh my. Consider the sparrows. They say I'm considering the sparrows. Okay. All right. So Pisces. Here we go, baby. You guys are starting off with, you know, you're wanting to have this emotional fulfillment. You want. Here's the thing, Pisces. You want. Okay. So here's the thing for Pisces. You're going to be receiving the things that you want. Okay. Pisces is going to start getting the things that they want, but they're going to get the things that they are asking for. Okay. Now you may find that what you are asking for is, but yeah, let me rephrase that. You're not necessarily going to get what you want. You're going to get what you're asking for. You're going to get what you've A, verbalized and said you wanted. B, that you've set the stage up for, somehow set the stage up for these events or this thing coming to you. And C, pretty much in your, you know, in your heart and soul, what you need to manifest for yourself, that stuff is coming. Okay. So there is definitely manifestation coming. Some of you is going to be a lot for you to handle. Some of you it's going to be maybe more than you bargained for. Some of you, you may find that what you asked for may down the line have some detrimental quality. Okay. So you want to be careful about that. You want to be careful about hoarding and keeping things to yourself, and being too insular and being too guarded, I want to say, you don't want to be greedy. You don't want to be greedy. Okay. Opportunity is coming here. But Pisces are saying that they are chilling, that they are here. Let me rephrase this here. What you want to do is set your intention, Pisces, to have satisfaction. You want to be satisfied and satiated. Okay. This is going to maybe come at the price of relationships and other things, and that's fine, okay? So what you've got to do is you've got to realize and set the intention that who you are setting yourself up to be, who you are as a person and the things that you want to manifest in your life, you want all those opportunities and things to be aligned. Some of those things will not be aligned, and you need to set the intention to move away from the relationships that are not satisfying you, okay? The things that do not give you that satiation, the things that do not fill your belly, the things that do not, the things that just don't do it for you. You need to set the intention of like, I don't even want to bother with that anymore, okay? Okay, Pisces needs to set the intention of stop wasting your time with people, with relationships, with children, with, family, lovers. Stop wasting time with people that do not satisfy you to your heart and soul and core, okay? The people that do not satisfy you, you need to compartmentalize or cut off, okay? These people need to be compartmentalized or cut off somehow, all right? Pisces, if it is not satisfying you to be the fat cat, if it is boring, humdrum, déclassé, if it's trifling, contentious, ungrateful, those people, energy, relationships, gotta go, okay? That's you can eclipse that stuff away. Just cut that stuff right off, because you've got to be focused on coming to a place where you can sit and negotiate with people and have things spoken on an even keel, where there is a level of respect on your part in the conversation and other people's part in the conversation, and that you're able to come to the same place, okay? You want to negotiate and be able to come to the same agreements where people aren't bullying you and pushing and pressuring you, and you aren't sacrificing and accepting things that you don't like, okay? Don't accept it. When you come down to the conversation, when you come down to the negotiation, Pisces, you need to say, this is what I will take and this is what I will not take, okay? In some ways, Pisces, this is times for ultimatums, okay? It's a time for ultimatums, but it's got to be ultimatums you can back up, okay? Without a bunch of BS behind it, okay? So now we've moved on from Pisces, and we're going to go on to, oh my gosh, the rain's coming, guys. I'm going to have to bail out of here. Oh, if it starts raining, I'm going to close off really quick and bail, okay? So let's try to finish this last water sign. Okay, let's hit me up on some Scorpio. It's my rising sign. I'd say the best for the last, baby boo. Poor air signs. Because I always do air last, just out of because I just am considering the elements, you know, as described in the classical Greek through Plato and these other guys, talking about earth, water, fire, and air. Air is arguably the lightest. Some will say fire. The least dense, and they're always last. So sorry. So I might switch that up. Okay, so I might take a break from this and do my next two, after I do this reading real quick, and do my next two signs somewhere else, okay? Maybe later today, all right? I'm gonna hit you guys up. All right, here we go. Scorpio. Scorpio intention. Okay, Scorpio. I'm so happy. Thank God. Something nice. All right. So Scorpio, you've got to set your intention to have clarity of your options. Okay. You want to know exactly what you're going to be able to deal with. You either need to commit to paper or somehow organize your mind and your thoughts and the opportunities that are there and around and about you. You may be able to mix and match some of these cups and start to use some of your own personal alchemy. And start to create some of your own opportunities with some of the ambient energy, okay? And just things kind of like lying around, like energies like lying around, like, you know, Scorpio, I feel like some Scorpios may actually be quite inspired right now and feeling quite creative, and that some of the things that are on their mind are so big and swimming and swimming and swimming. But what Scorpio's got to do, Scorpio's got to anchor it down. Scorpio's got to anchor it down, write it down, start to visualize. And once you get it anchored down and these things organized, start to enrich, 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 embellish, 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 unfold, unfold each one. Okay. Start to really dig into each one of these opportunities, of these intentions, of these little things you're trying to cook up, these little, potions and spells and little remedies and little things you're trying to do, Scorpio. You want to sit and kind of craft it. You want to make sure everything is fine-tuned and well-crafted, well-seasoned, well-flavored, so to speak, okay? You're coming up here of coming out of this time. Yeah, it's going to be like a bit of a coming out party where where you were once set back and you were once quiet and you were once maybe reclused, that now you're going to be moving up closer into more leadership position. I see that definitely more in demand, people wanting to talk to you, wanting to get things worked out with you. You, after having done this and set up, put your own mind and abilities in a row, and your fantasies and what you want to kind of, Scorpio is looking through this big cloud right now. Okay. And I feel the same way, is that there are certain structures that we need to just kind of deal, and we want to make real, and just focus on that. But I would say focus on it through paper. As you do that, you will be able to speak when those people call and want to talk, and want to negotiate and want to say, well, blah, blah, blah. What do you think? You're going to have already be able to say what you think. Okay. Because you've already took the time to organize it and have a clear path. I see for Scorpio, you need a series of intentions, coming up here to ultimate personal success. Okay. And just your own feeling of patting yourself on the back of a job well done, and feeling just grateful and in love, even with yourself, Scorpio. And, even with family and children, and, things you just try to been manifest. I almost feel like you've been on the mountaintop, and you've been in this big kind of cloud, quite like the Moses story, where Moses goes up to the mountaintop, and, he's, I can't remember, is that Mount Hermon? I don't know. But he goes up to the mountain, and the mountain is just like covered in smoke and mysterious. And I think he's there for 40 days, maybe. I'm not really sure. I didn't bone up on that. Sorry about that. I'm not as versed in my Moses lore, but as I used to be. But what's happening here is that you're coming down from that mountain. And when Moses came down from that mountain, he had a revelation of God, and all these amazing things happened to him, and major downloads. He came down from that mountain shining and glowing and iridescent. He was so spectacular that they threw a sheet over him. Okay. So we have to remember that even when we see the Hebrews and they throw this prayer shawl over themselves, some of that is a throwback to that concept of your own holy aura. Okay. And that ori, as is said in the Yoruba tradition, that crown upon you. Okay. So as you come down with that crown, and as you come down in that blazing glory, as you come down with this deep wisdom and understanding, the word of God that was whispered to you, all of these amazing downloads of just your future, okay, you are just going to be able to walk in the place of manifestation. Okay, you are going to be walking in the place of manifesting your greatest success, your greatest love, and your greatest joy, your greatest hopes and ambitions. Okay, Scorpio. So this eclipse intention is to dream big. Okay, set your hopes high. Like, do it up, Scorpio, with what you with magic. Okay, bring your magic, Scorpio. That's what I'll tell you right now. All right, you guys, love ya. I'm going to see you later. It's starting to rain. One of my tarot cards blew away. I got to go catch it. Thank you to the spirits. Ashe, ashe, ashe. You guys check out Valerie Love, the Christian Witch. Okay, bye. That was really coming down. Like, share, subscribe.